food.
Cheese.
So this video will be about how to gain weight as a skinny guy. So I, myself, at my lowest weight was 8 stone 6, and that's borderline dead. You're pretty much a skeleton. You have no energy, no your lifestyle is crap because you just have no energy to do anything. So I knew that needed to change. So I've went through a painstaking task of finding out what works for me. Now this might not work for any of you. You might think, well, you know what, Bailey, this is absolutely garbage and I hate all of it. You know what, at least you found something that doesn't work for you. But you have to follow the steps and the rules in order to gain weight. If you do not follow these steps, you're going to make your life very, very difficult, and I made these mistakes at the beginning. So what are the steps? So first one, pretty simple. Food. How much do you eat? How much food do you eat? Now I would say just carry on normally eating what food you normally eat and write a diary. Now I've seen many shows, Freaky Eaters, Super Size, Super Skinny, and the abundance of people that are on there have no idea how much they're consuming. And this is for being overweight and this is for being underweight. People have no idea what they're eating. So the best way to know what you're eating and know how much you're eating is by writing it down. If you don't write it down, you're not going to know.
Write that down, write that down!
I know I've had some days where I've just, I've played Stellaris on the Xbox and I ended up eating a croissant for the day. That was it. I only ate one croissant. And I don't know how many calories are in that. I'll put that on the screen now. But yeah, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. One croissant is not going to sustain you for a day. My ex-girlfriend, for one, was like, oh man, I ate a massive plate of food. Those noodles that you made, she cooked up 2 packets and then ate half of it. So she did not eat a lot. But your mind will think, oh yeah, I've eaten loads of food. You haven't. So definitely write down what you eat before you start your journey, and then you can think, right, I've got to add this amount into the amount of food that I've got to eat. So good start. You're setting yourself up for success.
All right, all right, all right.
So for my food, I have 150 grams worth of pasta, a full jar of pesto and salmon, and I have that twice a day, and I've gained weight from it. Now I have had extra food here and there, but as long as I know I eat those 2 bits of pasta and salmon and spinach, I'll gain weight no matter what else. So you have to find, because for me it's very difficult, so I need to find the foods that you like, which brings us to step 2. Eat the foods that you like. So for me, eating as a skinny guy was hard, there's no doubt about it. You're just sitting down at the table and you're just like, I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat no more. This is terrible. I hate this food. This food sucks. But you have to eat. You have to eat. There's no doubt about it. You've got to eat there, and you've got to force yourself to eat it. And you're like, well, Bailey, that sounds horrible. Yes, it is. But if you eat more, then you'll be able to eat more in your next sitting, so it's less of a chore. Now, even at this weight I am now, I'm at 12 stone 11, so I've gained a lot of weight, and now I'm bulking so that I go so I can get to cutting and looking good.
Impressive. Very nice.
So as you can see, there's plenty of variety of pestos, but it's just a case of what one do you actually want to eat. So this one, which is by Sackler, they're not too bad. This one by Filippo Brio, you'll see them at most Tesco's. Horrendous, didn't like it at all. This one, Mr. Joe Fraser, as red pesto, the one that you get at Lidl, actually not too bad, quite nice. The one and only, the winner chicken dinner, the ricotta and red pepper pesto from Asda, really good, and it's cheap as well. because if you go to Tesco's, your bank balance is going to get absolutely hammered. So it's really a case of finding the cheapest and best option. This would be the best one for me, and I like it the most, so I can batch cook everything and be like, right, that's what I want, that's what I want, and it's fantastic. So that's what I do. So protein, very simple. Go with what you like. If you like chicken, have chicken. It's quite cheap. You can get loads of it. Me, unfortunately, I'm not really that much of a fan when I cook it. So I was like, right, I'm gonna go to something else. Fish, very good, high in omega oils and stuff like that. So I was like, right, that's the option I'm gonna go for. So I got Bassa fillets, very cheap at Asda, very cheap. You'd be surprised that the salmon is kind of on the same price from Asda and Tesco's. So yeah, beware. It is like an expensive option, but then again, this is food you're going to eat over and over and over again. If you don't like it, don't eat it. You know, this is you want to be consistent with what you eat. If you don't like what you're eating, or you're really not fancy it, you're going to fail. This won't work. And for most people, probably can't do it this way of eating the same food over and over again. I can. I don't really care. So, you know, Bassa. Oh yeah. Nice salmon fillets. Now, why have I got the infused ones? Well, they're about the same price, so why not? So I went for the infused ones. They're about £4 at most shops, £4.50. And again, it's not about what you like. To a sense, it's more of you want to be consistent and you want to love the food that you're eating. Like is not enough, you need to love this food, and I like the food and I love the food, so you can't go wrong.
Give your meat a good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot. Hot and spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Pasta's very simple though, you know, I just bought any old pasta from any old shop because it all tastes the same. 20p, £1.50, who cares, it tastes the same anyway. So I would say go and get your pasta from Lidl. Lidl is probably the best bet for you, and you make, you know, it'd be quite simple, very cheap, and you know, it'd be quite, you know, just go there and buy it. Simple.
English, mother, do you speak it?
And on the protein front, these are the sort of powders that I would recommend, and the sort of chocolate bars that go with it. These are the ones that I found that work and taste alright, and you would actually enjoy eating as a substitute for other products. I've tried some sort of protein powders and chocolate bars, and some of them just suck. Like they're really horrible. If you want to taste condensed sand from the Sahara Desert, go ahead. But these are the ones that I would suggest you have because they are the nicest one in my opinion.
Time, skin, side, down.
I found that I couldn't eat as much food as I could do, and therefore you had to go with liquid calories. So now this is Mutant Mass. It's a weight gainer and protein powder. So if you gym, you're gonna get very quick, they call it newbie gains, you're gonna gain very, very quickly. And this is able to get you in calories as well as protein at the same time. Would I recommend it now for myself? However, no. Sometimes it's really depends on you as a person, because this is heavy. Like it will destroy some of your appetite sometimes. So you know, it doesn't make you want to eat or drink after having a couple of those. So it's very difficult to have some food at the same time. However, again, this may work for you, it may not, but I would suggest trying it out first, seeing if you can do it. If you can't do it, that is fine. That is fine. You just have to up the amount of food that you eat. If you can do it, fine, that's great. Then you can lower the amount of food that you can eat and have liquid calories instead. Now for me, this worked for me perfectly well. There might be some recipes out there for you, but I would recommend this as a way of bulking up when you're at your lowest. I'm talking like dangerously low, because anything you get in is good. It doesn't really matter as long as you're getting some form of substance substance, there you go, in, then you should be all right. Cheese.
Cheese.
This is Gold Whey. This is Optimum Nutrition. They, honestly, in my opinion, they create the best protein products imaginable. I've tried their chocolate bars. Anything they make is gold. I've tried Huel. I think they're I've tried, you know, other various brands from Tesco's, Asda, and they all suck. They're horrible, and I would not have their over normal stuff. So this, on the other hand, you can actually have as, you know, it's like a normal milkshake. You just have it, and you're like, well, you know, I want a bit of chalky milk. Bang, chalky milk delivered. So this is the sort of stuff that you would go for, especially the chocolate protein bars as well. They have like a toffee one, fantastic. What I would suggest is, though, when you're buying these protein products, I would not delve too far into different flavors. I find that when people try different flavors out immediately, like strawberry or peanut butter or something that's sort of crazy, in the sense, because I went for a cookies and cream sort of protein shake, and it does not work out at all. It's very, very sickly. So I would say get the bog standard chocolate. If you're not a fan of chocolate, that's fine, you can try other things, but I would recommend going for the bog standard stuff first and then delving out into other different brands, because at least you know this is a staple, very easy to find. Most places will sell it. Spinach. You definitely need this in your food. I know no one's a fan of greenery. I know I especially hate it. Just doesn't really taste all that great. So I looked online and I was like, oh, what's the best sort of greenery to have? And then I came on the conclusion that spinach was the one to have. Why did I pick spinach of all of them? Well, spinach has some vitamins in it that help with muscle growth, which is exactly what I want, and muscle repair. So I was like, yep, great, cool. But it was more the taste. I was looking at some reviews, and most of them were like, oh, spinach tastes of nothing. Well, hallelujah, sign me up, son. That's exactly what I wanted, because, you know, if I'm struggling to get food down, something that tastes of nothing is fantastic, because I can just eat it and it's all cool, you know what I mean? So this is the one that I chose on, and it's high in fiber, and you definitely need it in your diet, because if you don't have it in your diet, like I did in the beginning, you're gonna be on the toilet a little bit longer than you want to be. And yeah, that's probably not what you want. So I would incorporate it in your diet. You can choose any sort of greenery that you like, but even in the tins as well, they help reduce the amount of time that I'm cooking as well. So I went with fresh before, but then I needed to wash it, cook it, and then plate it up in my pots and then finish. Very hard work. So this is already cleaned. All I need to do is sort of drain it, and that's it. Put it in some food. Bob's your uncle. You're a winner. So that's what I would suggest. If you like the video, give it a like. If you dislike the video, give it a dislike. I don't really give a f. I'm just trying to get my opinion out there. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't, I don't give a f.